without sync. Now we have a sync switch here, and what sync does on a synthesizer you probably know, but I'm just going to tell you anyway. Sync causes one oscillator to restart its waveforms every time the waveform of the other oscillator restarts its waveforms, and it makes a really weird sound. So basically you're just forcing one oscillator's wave restart to sync to another oscillator's, and it's I don't know who was motivated to create this effect, but it's a cool effect. We've heard it a billion times in a billion things, and it's a thing that is possible here on the Therevox ET-5. So all you have to do is we have a switch here that says sync oscillator 2. You turn that on. Let's listen to this first without sync. We'll turn on sync. You'll notice a timbral change, but not much else. And it's like, okay, well, what good is that? Well, the fun starts to happen when you start changing the frequency of oscillator 2, because then oscillator 2, even though its frequency is changing, it's being forced to restart its wave shape every time oscillator 1 does. So that's when you get the really weird effect. Here we go. So I'm going to change the frequency of oscillator 2, and we'll hear the effect. Of course, this is an instrument, and you don't want to have to stop and not move the ring while you're trying to play to create that effect by adjusting the frequency of oscillator 2. What you want to do is have the frequency of oscillator 2 be in some way modulatable that allows you to continue playing. And of course, we have the ability to do that quite simply by doing something like, let's take key 2, see if key 2 controlling the pitch of oscillator 2 will do this. We could do that, or we could do pressure controlling. And that's causing the effect to happen. We could do any number of things like, we could do hold 2. Using hold 2, you could get different types of timbres based upon where the frequency of oscillator 2 is causing the sync to be. So like you could actually just use this as a timbre generator. Everywhere, every different frequency that you're forcing in oscillator 2 will create a different timbral outcome as oscillator 2 tries to reset its wave shape to the wave shape of oscillator 1 every time. And if you did something weird like put it on square wave, and then cause pulse width modulation to vary with key 2 as you're doing it. Now we're just torturing the poor thing. Okay. You can get some really cool outcomes. Just that simply. Or, oh my gosh. Let's then put filter cutoff with pressure. This is really just me patching and having fun. All right, let's hear what happens now. Yeah, so as you can see, there is a lot of fun to be had when you're using sync along with all of the other patchable functionalities. So yeah, once you start really patching this, you start going from a relatively straightforward electronic instrument with nice timbres that you can expressively play. Once you start patching, you get more into, here are some synthesizer sounds that you can play using this interface, which is different. And that's a really, really cool thing. We haven't talked enough about hold. It's not enough to make a full video for, but really hold is just a steady voltage that is output based on where these levers are set. And when you put it out into something, you can control whether or not something is present or set it at a constant level. And both of these hold sliders can do that. So you actually have two different levels you can set, or have one that sets a level somewhere and another one that allows you just to, play it as you're playing the intensity keys, which is extremely expressive, as we've been seeing. I haven't really talked about, I've just been going, oh, let's just set this hold lever to this or whatever. But it's as important in many ways as the intensity keys, because it allows you to control various aspects of the synthesizer in real time without having to set settings with hands that are hopefully controlling the intensity keys and the ring. So that is, we have both the sync function and the hold control here on the Therevox ET-5.